All right, good morning. It is Saturday morning, January 24th. I just started hiking this, I don't know, it's like the extension of the service road back here, heading to Alligator Point. This trail is literally the border of Myakka River State Park. Everything to the left, posted private property. The main road through the park runs right there. As you hike back, you get further and further from that road. And then, everything to the right obviously is the park. It's 0.8 miles to Alligator Point. What I like is, even though this is private property over here, there's lots of water. As you can see, there's a gator in there. So I will take some extra videos along the way on anything I spot. So this is one of the things that I kind of look out for. There's a few spots in the fence where you can clearly see that deer and other wildlife can easily cross over. The last couple times I've been on this trail, deer have come right out of this hole here. So another big reason that I come down this trail is because I've gotten into birding in the past year. And I don't know that my phone will pick up all the sounds, but I mean, there's tons of bird activity here in the morning. I typically always come first thing to catch as much bird activity as I can. This morning I can hear the robins, Carolina wrens, multiple warblers in this area. There's a huge diversity of birds back here. And in just a second, I should be able to show you one of the clearings. So again, private property over here, but what's nice is it opens up in areas, and there's clearings where a lot of times you can see a lot of herons and that sort of thing. So a little further up, I think there's a little bit more water where we'll typically see birds. Here you see there's some ibises down here. Hunting for food this morning. So for my birding friends, more videos from this clearing. This tree is full of American robins. As you can see up there, I saw one a couple weeks ago when I came, and now today I've seen at least 20 of them really quickly here because they're all gathered here. It's a very noisy area here this morning. All right, so again, I don't know if this will pick up the amount of sound that I'm hearing right now. We have a tree full of red-winged blackbirds here, which I don't see very often. There might be some grackles mixed in there, but merlins definitely, I'm hearing all kinds of red-winged blackbirds. This is another little clearing area on the trail. A lot of times I'll come out, and this is where definitely during rainy season, this whole area right down here is full of water, along with this area here. Water pretty much comes down and follows this little gully here. And you'll see all kinds of shorebirds and that sort of thing here. So definitely a territory dispute between the red-winged blackbirds and the common grackle this morning. Just passed under some very noisy trees. I haven't made it very far on the trail because I get easily distracted by birds. But this is what I'm talking about. You can see there's some water under here, and I cannot tell if there's any gators in there. I do not see any heads popping up, but very little water on the trail right now. This is about the most I've seen. It's just very, very dry right now. This area on the right, I know you can't see it very well, but it's usually really swampy as well in rainy season, of course. This trail is also, if you are into geocaching, there's a lot of geocaches along this trail. The trail extends another probably almost a mile past Alligator Point, and there's geocaches the whole way to the end of the trail. So if you're into geocaching, this is a fun trail for that as well. If you're not into geocaching, look it up. Something super fun to do at the park. We're coming up on our first main clearing to the right of this trail, which is here. It is absolutely stunning here. Off in the distance, it's still a little foggy, but you can see the tower with all the tourists. Now, this area where the brownish grass is, again in rainy season, oh, pardon my finger. Again in rainy season is typically full of water, birds, herons, egrets, you name it. I've seen hawks back here eating fish. This area here, right down below here, is usually filled with water. It's all dry right now. Still very beautiful, in my opinion. I still see hawks land in here sometimes. I still see other birds land in here. There was a great blue that was here last time, I think only for a moment, but you do see wildlife here sometimes still, but not as often as in rainy season. Again, another little opening, usually full of water. You can kind of see the area here that was muddy at one point, very dry. And again, really good spot for birds, especially in rainy season. Around September, October, before it really starts getting dry, is my favorite time here. Even into November, because there will still be water here, and you'll still see lots of birds here. Okay, so we are almost to Alligator Point, and I'm gonna show you something and tell you what was to me a very funny story after the fact. So you're gonna see this barbed wire fence on the left is a lot more profound and a lot more visible up here because there's not as many weeds and vines growing on it here. First of all, really cool. I like this thing. Taken pictures of it before. So there is a farm here, and the very first time I hiked out here to Alligator Point, actually it might have been the second time, doesn't matter, there were very large cows, bulls. I'm not sure, I'm not very familiar with them. I'm not sure what kind they were, but they were definitely bulls. And they were right along this fence, just a little further up, closer to the point. And they stared at me. And I'm thinking to myself, this fence right here will not stop them from coming towards me. And they were looking a little aggressive at first, but turns out they were a lot more fearful of me than I was of them, and they all took off running. So if you do see the giant bulls that come out to this fence once in a while, don't be alarmed, just be slow and easy with them, and and don't worry, I don't think they're gonna charge you. All right, so again, getting very close to the point. This area here is just gorgeous. I really love it back here. I know not everybody's probably gonna be as wild as me, but I am a huge fan of being outside, being in nature, seeing real Florida. You know, if you don't know what real Florida looks like, if you've only been to downtown Sarasota or the cities down here, this is what Sarasota is. This is Alligator Point. Here is a picnic table and the bench that's back here that you can sit and rest at. I'll set my tripod here. Right away, we got a little gator friend who just dipped under the water because he saw me. However, this is it. Posted a video like this before showing the water, but now you can kind of see the trail leading up to it. This is actually part of Myakka River. Typically birds on both sides. You just got to keep your eyes peeled. A lot of times they'll be very close without you knowing. And again, this is a really cool spot. You can just sit and relax. You can sit and have a lunch and watch gators and birds pass by all day. Not many visible right this second, but I've been out here where you can see at least a dozen gators or more in both directions. So I highly recommend this area. Got this nice little tree you can kind of sit and rest at. That's about as close to the water as I would recommend, because gators can reach 20 plus miles per hour when they're charging out of the water. Just FYI, pro tip for you. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's a few pictures I took along the way and at Alligator Point.